And this... This is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. And so off the tip, it'll be the Heat. Ivey outside. Pass to Covington. Beyond the arc. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. The Celtics on offense. Here's Whitmore. And he can't get that one. Eason with some nice D. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Doncic. He's been contributing over 15 a game. A deep three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Now here's Ivey. Pass to Klingon. Nice move. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And here's Ivey. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. This one for three. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And something Ivey continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Doncic, no good.
A very sluggish start on offense. 4 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Pass to Klingon. Right wing. They set a pick. 6 to shoot. Shot from inside. And here's Ivey from outside the arc. And again, Miami with a triple.
Hot off the pass, Ivey has a shot up. No time to waste when you've got a pro-level defense coming at you.
And that one's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Outside Covington. And it's all from three-point range.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Here's Eason. Offensive rebound. Heat to the middle. Here's Klingon. Ivey outside. Pass to Covington. Knocks down the triple.
And Covington knows this is a big part of his role to knock down threes.
Here's Doncic. And Klingon pulls it down. Heat leading by 5. 1:14 left in the first quarter of the game. Doncic pulls down the board.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Pass to Turner. For three. Drops in the three.
Got to be encouraged watching Turner shoot with conviction, realizing his team trusts him to take these fast shots.
Outside Covington. Takes the three. Boston pulls it in.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
The kick out to White. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And then Turner with the dunk.
Okay, Miles. Getting aggressive and jamming it in.
Ivy outside. Pass to Covington. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by White.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Durant for three. Oh, my goodness! He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. That one belongs to Wiggins. This is his second trip to the line in the game.
One of the things you got to admire about Kevin Durant is his ability just to continue to focus on playing basketball. This guy is a true hooper.
Here's Eason. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And just nails the three. Way to close the quarter.
Well, you love nailing the left.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Turner. Nice D from Gafford. Miami trailing. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
And Durant gets it to go.
Hard to argue with that plan. Give Durant the ball. Let him show why he's one of the league's best.
And it's Ivy penetrating. The kick out to Wiggins. Picked by Covington. Wiggins with it. Now guarded by White. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And as the perimeter game took over, it seemed that the dominant big man went away a bit. Instead, the bigs just got more skilled, Brent.
Well, BA, dominant big men are really hard to come by. So when you do get one, there tends to be a lean. But yes, it's been about the skill of the big over the past few years, along with the game transitioning to the three-point line and picking up the pace. There'll be another big man out there who changes the game back to the low block, BA.
Back to Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Those feel so good. Covington up there for a slam dunk.
Inside. Here's Hauser. Doesn't go for him. Eason with some nice D. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Ivy outside to the inside. Porter.
You know, he's run that set a lot, even in his college days. Ivy's aware of every option he has in the pick and roll.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Celtics trail by 4. Pass to Hayward. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Down low. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics. The Heat on offense. 9 points in a row. A good run going.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And Hayward, here we go. Hey, the slam by Hayward.
For someone who is 6'7", Hayward is a really good ball handler.
Outside Johnson. To the paint. Outside Porter. Launches it. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
After an okay first quarter of shooting, they've really turned it up offensively. I like where they're headed right now.
Back to Pritchard. Clock at 6. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. They get it back. Here's Cornette. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Williams on the wing. Porter a screen. On the wing, Porter. To the inside. Deflected! And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it.
Checking in for the Celtics. 0.
Here's Gafford. Shot from the inbound. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Celtics trail by 9. Poke loose. It's stolen by Johnson. He goes up. And the dunk by Gafford.
Yeah, use the height, use the reach. Devastating effect, Daniel Gafford.
And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's his first foul. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Substitution on the court.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Oh, Doncic from way out there.
Stretching his range as far as it will go. Doncic is so impressive.
Now Johnson. Pass to Gafford. Back to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside for Porter. Doncic grabs the miss.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
On the take. Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
So creative on the attack. I like whenever Doncic knifes inside and looks to score.
Johnson inside. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be back in a moment. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Doncic outside. Takes a 3. That shot is off. Miami leading by 6. And watch Donovan Clingan. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Graham.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, B.A. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Snatched up. Clingan banked it in off the glass. Clingan's got his first points of the night.
And as a rebounder, Clingan is probably more advanced at the offensive end at this point.
Here's Whitmore. It's hauled in by the Heat. They've led by as many as 11. Ivy with the ball. Give him 8. Here's Clingan. And Miami again with the bucket.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
Here's Doncic. Luka flying in for the jam.
How about the dunk off the drive? Doncic, terrific at navigating his way inside.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. It's Wiggins on the wing. And Turner with the block.
An impressive shot blocker. Turner's combination of size and timing on defense is so valuable. You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Miami leading by 6. Ivy goes in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ivy's got 10.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
White, good.
Few guys distribute better than Doncic. He's got good instincts for when and where to send the ball.
The Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year, and the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Ivy outside. Pass to Klingon. Uses the glass on the layup. He's got 6.
And this is where you feed the big man Klingon. He knows how to execute from this close.
Now here's Turner. Back to White. Down low. 6 on the shot clock. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Yeah, not going to get over on KD here. If you give him a chance to attack the basket, he'll be at the rim.
Ivy outside. The kick out to Wiggins. Oh, Wiggins! Bullseye with the 3.
Wiggins is shooting it with confidence. Man, he's a threat to put up some big numbers.
And there's a pick. Shoots it from the high post. Rebound Miami. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Klingon. From downtown, Kevin Durant pulls it in.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
And that one's good. Whitmore.
Good find there by Turner. He sees an opening and swiftly feeds the ready shooter.
Oh, and Turner with a block. They recover it. Ivy, left side. Durant pulls it in. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Doncic. Oh, Doncic! A strong drive.
And when he puts it all together, look at the kind of night Luka can have. Wow.
Outside Covington. Wiggins outside. Here's Ivy. 10 points for him. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. For 3, Covington buries it from 3. Covington's got 8 points.
Covington must prefer that. He gets a great rhythm on the catch and shoot.
Doncic feeling it out a bit. Outside Durant. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Boston shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And both free throws good for Durant.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants.
Timeout.
Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And Erik Spoelstra decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Here's Porter. Tips it up. And so it's the Miami Heat closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Great shot selection right now.
The Celtics, 39.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. Picked by Covington. Pass to Gafford. Just 5 to shoot. Boston pulls it in. Left side Durant. Over Covington. And that one's good by Durant.
I'm scratching my head. Is there a 4-level scorer? KD could be that.
To the middle. Pass to Porter. Back to Gafford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Whitmore.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Right side Durant. And stolen by Williams. Here's the break. Here's Johnson. Pass to Covington. Second chance effort. Here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And so it's Erik Spoelstra with the timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Erik Spoelstra's huddle. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it. He's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And here's Doncic outside. There's a screen by Turner. Tries it from 16. Eason pulls it in.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. The Heat making a switch here. Ivy outside. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Gafford. The rebound, Celtics. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Turner with it. Inside. And here's Doncic outside. That one doesn't drop.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Gafford the screen. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Boston. Substitution on the court.
Celtics trail by 7. Now here's Doncic. Back to Turner. to White. Oh, send it home, Derek White.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Back to Ivy. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter here. Shot clock at 5. Down low. Oh, stolen by Turner. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. The kick out to White. Pass to Durant. Now Doncic. Defended by Eason. Back to White. Doncic outside. No good there. Ivy with the defensive effort. There's 47 seconds left to play in the fourth. Screen by Eason. Jacks up a 3. Kevin Durant pulls it in. Absolutely no room for error.
Everything has to almost fall perfectly for them to pull this out. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Pass to White. 24 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Durant for 3. And it's good. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
Now I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. The Celtics making a switch here. .11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock. That's just poor clock management defensively.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Now that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
So it's the Heat taking the W at a close one. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.